first off, welcome.
Hey, welcome in.
Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Episode 26. Vibes are low.
Vibes are low.
Today is...
A sad day.
But what day is it?
It is
Tuesday.
May 1st.
Monday, May 1st. May Day. Thomas
Monday.
Nolan's birthday.
Wow.
Shout out for listening.
Shout
I
out
don't know
Thomas
why I remember
Nolan.
that.
So a bunch of May 1st birthdays. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, May.
Happy birthday, May.
Happy birthday, God.
Happy birthday, God.
Every day is his birthday.
Exactly. And happy birthday for people that were born on May 1st.
Exactly.
Great.
Glad we got that out of the
Now
way.
that that's out of the way. Yeah.
It's May 1st, the day after the Bruins just lost in overtime in Game 7 to the Panthers. So
Correct.
vibes are low. Matt is sad.
I'm bummed.
What did you do last night for about an hour?
So after the Bruins lost last night, I'm in the city.
Yeah.
I'm in Boston.
You
I
are.
walked out into the common.
Mm-hmm.
Pouring rain.
Yeah, it was. It was raining.
In a sweatshirt and shorts. And just walked and sat. Sat on a soaking wet bench. The same one that Robin Williams sat on. And just stared into that pond.
Jeez, you better not. You can't go on that.
It's looking
life.
like
Don't
it.
go on that
It's
life trajectory.
It's looking like it right now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. No, no,
Okay.
no, it's not that
We don't
bad.
joke about that.
No, not on this show. But yeah, it was bad. I was really in my feels. It really, for the first time, I was like, do I potentially care too much about this? Which is a bad sign.
You might. You do.
Because you shouldn't be thinking about that when you're watching sports.
No,
It's a
you
fun
should.
time.
We'll get more into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
First, we're a little preview.
Sure.
We'll talk about the Bruins.
Yep.
Everything that went wrong.
Yep.
Why we might end up like Robin Williams.
Right. Maybe.
Good guy though.
Great guy.
We'll talk a little Pats draft results.
Because
That
was
happened.
huge. By the way, huge live performance.
Oh, we
On
did go
Thursday.
live. Thank
Yep.
you, all of our fans.
Thank you. All 130
Yeah.
of them at one point.
Yeah.
Which was
Over
great.
1,000 of you in there.
Yeah,
Which,
total.
I mean, compared to how many listeners we have, that's minuscule.
Minuscule. We have a bunch more. We have a bunch more. So thank you for one, because that was
Yeah,
great.
that was cool. We had a good
If you
time.
were there, you know our thoughts in the moment. Now you'll get our more refined thoughts after a couple
Well,
days.
maybe not the exact moment the Patriots took.
No.
Because I was taking a piss. And
Somehow, we were on the ball all night. We hustled.
yeah.
Everything was
We
going
recorded
for a while.
an hour before and an
Yeah.
hour after the Patriots pick, but just not the exact moment.
The exact moment the Patriots picked, nothing was recording.
Yeah.
Yep. It was hilarious.
But that's kind of how it goes around here.
It really is.
Yeah, and then we'll talk a little Celtics-Sixers preview. Maybe a little
Yeah.
wrap-up of the Hawks series if we want to talk about that.
Yeah,
we
sure.
haven't
Just around the NBA.
We haven't talked. Yeah, true.
There's a lot of things going on.
We can do a little NBA
Sure.
playoff
Roundabout.
preview.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll get into WagOns, WagOFFs, and then we're probably on our way.
Yeah, then we're done.
Yeah.
So,
So before we do that, do we want to? I think we should do a little get the vibe up game because I don't
Okay.
want you to like end up like Robin Williams.
okay, that's fair.
One
What
of
game
the
would you like
world's-
to play?
Let's do the word association game again.
Okay, word association game again.
Okay. I have a good guess at where you're gonna go straight away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight away, you think you know where I'm going?
I mean, based on the conversations we've had earlier.
All right. I don't think so.
Okay, fine. I'll switch
Well,
it
now
up then.
No, well now I'm.
Well, now
no,
I'll switch
I'm-
it up.
Well, now I'm
going
concerned.
somewhere else.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deal.
3,
2, 1.
Loon.
Foursquare. Okay.
Okay. All right. Foursquare and the loon.
This is obvious.
This is easy. All right. Okay.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Hunter's
Mallard.
Lodge. Okay. I was thinking a place where you would find loons and Foursquare.
I was thinking of birds that remind me of summer.
Okay. Mallards. All right.
Yeah, mallards are a summer bird. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Mallard and Hunter's Lodge.
Okay.
Okay.
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Goose.
Great Wolf Lodge.
Okay. All right. So we went back to animal.
I went with the lodge. Yeah.
All right. Great Wolf Lodge and Goose. Should
Yeah.
be easy.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. No. We
Okay,
Got it. We got
okay.
this. Yeah.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Bass Pro
Hippogriff.
Shops. Okay.
All right. I was thinking.
What'd you say?
Hippogriff.
What is that?
That's like Buckbeak in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Because the feathers.
Because I was gonna say that.
Well, I was thinking a feathery wolf. A
right,
hippogriff
you
is
were
probably the
fine.
closest thing.
All right.
What'd you say?
Bass Pro Shops.
Obviously. Okay. This one's a layup.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
1.
Hogwarts.
Two places.
Memphis.
Yeah, that's where the pyramid is, right?
Yeah, but that's not where the hippogriffs are.
No. Well, we don't know.
I guess the building
There any hippogriffs in Memphis?
could be.
All right.
Dylan
So
Brooks.
Dylan Brooks might be a hippogriff. He might be.
I don't think anyone besides you know what that word is.
It's a Buckbeak.
I know it is now.
Down Buckbeak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we have Memphis and Hogwarts.
Huh.
This should be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.
Nocturne
Vanderbilt.
Alley. Okay, I was thinking because Nocturne Alley is kind of the Memphis of that whole world.
Yeah, I don't know why I said Vanderbilt.
I don't even know is Vanderbilt in Tennessee? It might be.
It's in
around there.
Knoxville.
Okay, so yes.
Or no, it's in
I don't know.
whatever.
It's around there. All right, so Vanderbilt and Nocturne Alley. We keep flip-flopping.
Yeah, let's try and get on the same page. That's the name of the game.
All right. Okay. 3
Vanderbilt
and Nocturne Alley.
Nocturnality. Okay. Man.
Yeah. It'd be great to get on the same side of the pond.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
London.
Carson Edwards.
You did that just to sabotage the game.
I,
You bastard.
I didn't know what to say.
Carson Edwards.
Yeah.
And I said London.
Did he even go to
He went to
Vanderbilt?
Purdue.
Same
wrong,
same
wrong
colors,
black
same
and gold
colors,
school.
same colors.
Okay. Carson Edwards and
London.
in London.
This is getting easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mm,
I got mine.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
Any words?
Yeah,
Throw at the
nothing.
wall here. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I got one.
Okay.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Bukayo
Olympics.
Saka. Okay.
Okay.
Sports.
Yep. Let's just
Back in both sports.
3, 2, 1. Soccer. Boom.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
First try. That was strenuous.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing that.
That's good listening though.
Yeah.
I bet people love listening to it.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, they love it.
True.
I bet.
And now, are
And
you feeling better?
A little.
Yeah.
I'm still pissed about the hippogriff thing though,
Why?
because he almost died at the end there.
Yeah, but almost.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we get into it?
Yeah, I think we should get into it.
Okay.
Do you want to do a little ad read before to send us on our way?
Yeah. So we're growing.
We
Get
are
a bunch of
growing.
ads. I'll send it your way.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll.
Do you want to? Okay.
This ad came. This ad came in this morning, but it was sort of like
We're just getting flustered with them.
It was basically a general topic, and Quinn can just sort of improv it. So yeah, just go ahead.
Improv it, huh?
Well, no, just read
All
what
right.
it says.
I'm just gonna read it.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by Princess Peach.
Oh.
Princess Peach, you might know her as being the sexiest character in the Super Mario Bros. Games, has graciously sponsored this week's episode.
Okay.
So gracious.
Cool.
She is the princess and ruler of the Mushroom Kingdom, where she resides in her castle along with the toads. Those lucky bastards.
Wow.
So thank you, Princess Peach.
Oh, cool.
Thank you for sponsoring.
You said the sexiest character, huh?
Yeah,
Mario.
I stand by that.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Although, dude, like Daisy,
Who's Daisy?
you said you played Mario.
I did. I don't remember who Daisy is. The plant?
Dude, she's the other princess.
Oh, there's another princess.
You didn't play Mario, dude. You lied.
I don't remember Daisy. Huh. Oh yeah.
You fucking liar.
Where's she at? Who's she the
I'm
princess
more into brunettes.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
You lied though.
I don't remember her from Super Mario Bros.
Shoot.
I don't remember her in that. That's really the one I played.
Like the.
But I do recognize her. I think she was
Yeah.
in Super Mario, or she was in Mario Kart. I think.
She was in all the Mario games.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Sweet.
Cool. Thanks.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about the Bruins.
All right. So.
Do we want to go straight into it?
Might as well cut.
Yeah.
Might as well take a quick commercial
All right,
break,
yeah.
and then we'll probably a bunch of Princess Peach stuff will come on the screen now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, welcome back in.
Let's get a quick ad out of the way.
Okay.
Before-
We should probably do an ad. Back-to-back ads. We should probably do another ad. Yep.
Just gonna get out of the way before we talk about the Bruins.
We got a
'cause
bunch of ads to read, so...
I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
just get them out of the way.
Take it away.
So this next segment is brought to you by Chad, the country. Yeah, the one in Africa. What's going on there? Why does nobody ever talk about Chad? Why'd they name a country after a stereotypical douchebag frat boy? Chad? More like bad.
Really?
Use code WAGON, that's WAGON, and you can probably acquire 10 acres of land in Chad. Weak-ass country. Chad sponsored us? Does Chad have image issues, you think?
They seemed pretty
Down on
so,
themselves.
yeah.
Chad, hey,
Maybe see a
if you're not
therapist.
going to be nice to yourself, then nobody else is.
Yeah.
I, for one, love Chad. Not as much as I love Ghana.
Chad, as far as my favorite countries in Africa, towards the bottom.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is odd, though. I couldn't tell you a single thing about Chad.
Right?
And I know some African countries.
And it's pretty big.
I used to be able to fill out a map of Africa.
It's pretty
correct.
big.
It is large.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you anything about
It
it.
also looks like a face.
It does. I think their flag is like navy, orange, and red.
I think their flag is a rectangle.
both correct, probably. Close. Navy, yellow, and red.
Navy, yellow, and red.
I was real close, though.
But, like,
Yeah.
what's going on there?
What is going on there? Is
Nothing.
anything going on in Chad?
Nothing.
If anyone in the comments is from Chad, please let us know.
You never hear about Chad.
Never. What are they building over there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that where Wakanda is?
No.
Okay. Okay.
It's not.
R.I.P.
Yeah. It's near where... It's like below Kenya. If it was real.
There's not a lot of room below Kenya.
According to the map. Well, they just snuck it right in there because it doesn't actually exist. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Welcome back to the show.
All right, Bruins. So the Bruins lost last night in overtime. That's really...
It is the greatest collapse in Boston sports history.
Yeah, I want to preface with this. Matt is very emotionally attached to the Bruins.
I am.
And I know nothing really about hockey.
Mm-hmm.
So before we say some crazy things, just wanted to preface with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's the greatest sports collapse in Boston sports history. It's worse than the 07 Pats. That's probably where your mind goes. Okay. It's worse than them, in my opinion.
I don't know if it is worse than the 07 Pats.
I think it is because they have the same record. Greatest record ever.
Yeah.
Right? Basically the equivalent, because obviously you can't go undefeated in hockey.
Right.
That's insane.
Right.
Greatest record ever. The Pats made it to the Super Bowl and lost. And they choked bad. The Bruins didn't make it out of the first round, and I could argue they choked worse.
Yeah,
in a
I
single
feel
game.
like, again, don't know much about hockey, but I feel like this happens in hockey. Like, it happened to the Lightning. It feels like first-round upsets are not as, like, crazy rare in hockey.
That's fair.
Like, it seemed like if that Pats team lost in the first round, it would have been like, holy shit. They lost to the, like, Jaguars in the divisional round.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
Mm.
But now it's kind of like 7-game series. Like, this Panthers team is tough. They had the most points last year.
Yeah, they were the President's Trophy winners last year.
Yeah, and, like, they didn't win.
Yeah. No,
Like,
true.
it just seems to happen. Like, the President's Trophy curse, like, is a
Very
thing.
real. Yeah.
But, like, it just seems like losing in the first round in hockey isn't as crazy. Obviously, this year, for the Bruins, it's, like, amplified because they broke the wins record and everything. But it feels like I would rather this loss than the Patriots losing the Super Bowl.
I mean, I mean, in the context, I would rather them lose because the Bruins haven't won anything. But in a vacuum, I guess it's a different story. For me, it's just like I've never seen a sports team that I support be more dominant in the regular season. Even in the Pats, I didn't watch them when I was 5 years old in 07, but so I like, and there's been some good Boston sports teams, but this has easily been the most dominant for me. And it's like they were not even the same hockey team. It was like unbelievable. I actually equate it to, it's similar in just in terms of what I remember to when the Patriots lost in 2011 to the Jets, because that was in an earlier round. The Patriots were really good that year, but heading into that game, there was all this like sort of bad energy around it, the Bart Scott stuff, the Wes Welker stuff, and they just lose, and they just were so flat, and it was this whole thing, and like a much inferior team. So that's really where my mind goes when I think about this, and it's like, it's just unbelievable.
I'm not gonna lie, the vibes going into the playoffs for me was like, this team won't win a cup. I don't want to say it's just the President's Trophy curse. Like, I just felt like they didn't have it for some reason. Like, there's too much pressure. There's too much buildup. The guys, like, at the end of the day, are on the older side. Like, they can't skate as hard as some of the other. Like, the Panthers were winning every battle on the boards that game. They just seemed to want it more.
Yep.
Which
is crazy.
They probably did.
Yeah. They just came out with nothing to lose. It's really... You saw it in the way they turned the puck over in their own zone. That, for me, is where the nerves set in. Because that's something they didn't do all year.
Not happening, yeah.
At all. And, like, all of a sudden, they're making these weird... Like, they're playing scared in their own end. That's totally a nerves thing.
Yeah.
So you could tell it got to them. And it's just like... I don't know how much longer I can do this with them. Like, it's like every other year, it feels like, just because it's so magnified every time. And maybe this is karma, because the first sports season I followed was the 2011 Bruins.
Okay.
And they just went on the greatest run ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that playoff run was unbelievable
awesome.
from them. And then ever since then, 2013, 2 goals in 17 seconds. By the way, the years in between that, every time they were great. They
were competing.
They made the playoffs about every year, and they were always competing. They always choked. 2019 happens, Game 7 at home, and the Game 7 at home in 2019 was so similar to the Game 7 this year, where it was just like, they just came out and were like, you know? It's like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah,
what are
no,
we
it's
doing?
it's not great. I again didn't watch a ton of playoff regular season hockey, I'll say. And we were talking earlier about how like this team just doesn't seem to be the same team. Like this is not the team that I was told there should be.
Nope.
They didn't. I mean, the goalie thing was weird.
The goalie thing was really weird.
So like, Linus hadn't started 6 games in a row all season, and then you get to the playoffs and you start him 6 straight games. Like it seemed like they were doing 2-1, 2-1, 2-1 ish, 3-1, whatever. So like, why didn't they integrate that at all?
It's just because the stigma is like, well, you can't do that in the playoffs. It's like,
yeah,
why
not? That's what we were doing all year.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and it kind of showed.
I mean, it did.
He was an
He
absolute,
let in a lot of kind
absolute
of
pumpkin.
shitty goals.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was just.
But like, no one really played well besides my boy Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi played great, but even Bertuzzi had like one really detrimental pass in his own zone in one of those games. And like even McAvoy for me was the poster child of that, because McAvoy had like amazing moments in the series, but he also had a couple, especially in Game 7, where I was like, "What are you doing?"
That's
like,
big, yeah.
Like I just don't understand. It's so scared. Taylor Hall. Do you hear Taylor Hall's name once in Game 7?
No,
He was like our best player through the first 3 games. If I told you Taylor Hall was a scratch, you'd be like, "Oh, was he really?"
Yeah.
Like how does that happen?
Yeah.
I don't understand. He's it's MVP a few years ago. Like he looked like he wasn't awake. Overtime was unbelievable. Like the fact that you let a team score with 59 seconds left in a closeout Game 7, like I don't know what that is, but like how on earth does that happen? I don't understand.
With a minute left.
Like it's like every fucking time with these dudes. It's just always in the most heart-wrenching way possible.
It is, yeah. It takes a lot of years off your life.
It really does. Like it's just you have so much invested in these dudes, and the worst part for me is this. You rewind to last year, which is a much different story. They came into the playoffs with a lot of questions, and they just got beat. And it was just like, I remember last year they were like basically just hoping Bergeron, Marchand, and Pastrnak carried them, and it obviously didn't work. And it was like, man, this is probably Bergeron's last run. Then Bergeron basically is like one more year, re-ups, comes back. They're the best team. They're the best statistical hockey team in the 107-year history of the NHL. And then they just come in. It's like, how are you this flat?
Yeah, do we want to talk about Bergie?
Yeah, let's talk about Bergeron. I got a whole thing on Patrice Bergeron.
Okay, I'll let you get into it then. I don't want to.
Patrice Bergeron is the best. I mean, this guy is like the
best two-way center.
He's the best two-way center in the history of the game, in my opinion. Yeah. He's a 5-time Selke winner. He's going to win it again this year, so 6-time Selke winner. He's a lock to be a Hall of Famer. The fact that he has won Cup is absurd with the context. It's not like he's playing on Edmonton. It's not like he was on Florida. He was on an original 6 team that was competitive every single year. He made 3, won 1, and was on the team that had that won the ring, broke the wins record.
Unanimous first ballot Hall of Famer.
I would say so.
I don't really know how the Hockey Hall of Fame works, but I have been there.
Yeah, nice.
I did go there.
Something about Bergeron that isn't talked about a lot. This is a guy who, in 2020, donated like the most out of any athlete to like racial equality groups.
Damn.
In his whole career, he's established this thing called Patrice's Pals, which let me just read off like the organizations that he donates to and benefits. Children's Hospital Boston, Cam Neely Foundation, Franciscan Hospital for Children, Joslin Diabetes Center, Mass General Hospital for Children, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Big Brother and Big Sister of Massachusetts, Big Square at YMCA, Shriners Hospital, Spalding Rehabilitation Possible. He does this thing with the children. They come to the games, like a bunch of games a year. He does it every year. They get to come to the game in Patrice's luxury suite. Includes dinner, beverages, one of the best seats in the entire garden. They also have like personal video recognitions of these kids like all the time on the scoreboard. This is all through like Patrice Bergeron.
Dang.
He's been an absolute like staple of this community and of this team and of Boston the last 15-ish years that he's been on this team. And I just like, he's the best. And he's like my childhood in sport. Like it's him and Brady and Ortiz really that were like the guys forever.
And
now
Rondo.
Ortiz, Brady, sure. And now it's like, just to see him go and to see this core go with 1 cup is ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Krejci thing, Krejci has the most assists in Game 7s. By the way, why are there in so many fucking Game 7s? Like, it's like they kept showing these graphics.
So that was he had the
stats.
most Game 7s ever tied with Chara?
Tied with Chara.
Yeah. And he's like, hopefully he can get to playing more. I was thinking in my head, hopefully not.
Hopefully
he
not.
just wins in 5.
Yes,
4
like
or
the
5.
fact that they have That him and Chara have tied for the most Game 7s in playoff in history, in the history of the league.
14.
And they have one cup.
Yeah.
And that was 12 years ago when they were both like relatively young. Like
they probably have up there with the most playoff games.
It's
played
up there,
with
yes.
one cup.
Yeah, probably.
One championship, most playoff games.
I'm
played.
sure that's a stat somewhere. Yeah. I mean, it's just they're so much better, and it's not like and what's crazy is I've been hard on the Bruins organization the last couple of years. That organization has done everything right this year. Like Sweeney went out and gave up. We don't have a first round pick till like 2026.
Yeah, no, next year the Leafs have it.
Just mortgaged the farm basically for everyone, and as they should have done. And now we're here.
I know. I'm sure Pasta's gonna love that.
Yeah, good thing we got him locked up.
Yeah,
because
for a while. McAvoy's young.
McAvoy's young, and he'll be great, but like.
And we got Swayman. Swayman's young.
Linus will stick around. I mean, but what are you going to do?
Swayman's young. Swayman's like 22 or something.
And I feel bad for Swayman. I don't know if you saw his post-game presser, but he was like, I owed the boys one more save. Like, I just couldn't get it done. And I'm like, you played really solid.
You fucking couldn't, dude.
No, you played really solid for like 3 shots instead of like, yeah. So, I mean, it's just brutal. Like, and Bergeron was playing, but also Bergeron was playing with a herniated disc the whole time. That's... Like, I remember Tony Romo had that injury and kept him out of, like, for the year.
Well,
like,
he's not hockey tough.
Exactly. But, I mean...
Although Tony Romo was kind of hockey tough.
He was a tough guy,
Yeah, he was
right?
kind of hockey tough.
He was a gamer, and so...
And Krejci was, like...
The fact Krejci was balling.
Dude, Krejci looks like he has, like... You might not understand this, but, like, his neck looked old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could see the back of his neck. He had, like, the gray hairs, and it was, like, old and wrinkly.
Yep.
He looked old from
38,
just the back of his neck.
Yep.
Looked old.
These are old dudes. And
I think Marchand's
old, too. Marchand was a rookie in 2011 when they won it all.
Okay.
So
I think Bergeron might be older than Krejci.
Yeah, it's one of them's 38, one of them's 37, I think, around there. So, I mean, Bergeron came into the league. He could not speak a lick of English. Like, he came into the league as, like, a 19-year-old for the Bruins.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah, he's been around forever, so...
That's crazy. Like, most of his life, he's been on the Bruins.
Yes. And, I mean, he's Boston through and through now, you know what I mean? And that's what's very great to see him wear the C the last couple of years after Chara left. But, like... I just don't know if I can keep doing this with them. Like,
well, you won't have to worry about any of the boys anymore.
Yeah,
like Bergeron will be gone, Krejci will be gone. Marchand's got what, a couple more years left.
Yeah, he might. I mean, he might be gone. I wouldn't be shocked if Marchand is like, if Bergeron's out, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, he could play, but he's been around forever too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people think he's lost a step. So, I just like, it's tough, man.
Yeah, no,
these guys like it really shows you as a Boston sports fan what it's like to be like a Buffalo fan or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it's brutal.
Yeah, it's a double bummer too because next year they're going to be terrible.
You would think,
not
right?
Terrible, but like, I mean, there's no way you can ever be as good as you were this year.
And with this sort of like hangover,
it's like it's like an automatic regression.
Automatic,
because you can't be this good.
And even regardless, even if they won the cup, they'd be worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
And they have this historic disappointment. So good luck making the playoffs next year.
3 straight home losses in the Garden.
I might never watch hockey ever.
How many home losses did they have throughout the year?
Under 5. I think it was 4. I think they had 4 home losses.
3 straight in the playoffs.
You're telling me you can't beat the Florida Panthers, who barely squeaked in the playoffs at home 4 times?
Dude, the Panthers are tough. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of in on the Panthers team. Like, I hope they win it all now. I hope they smoke the Leafs.
I hope they smoke the Leafs. I hope they destroy the Leafs. I mean, this is what hockey is, which is your dad said it earlier. It becomes a completely different sport in the playoffs. It's the only sport like that in my opinion.
It's like get in and you never know.
It is a completely
you get in,
different
you
sport.
never know.
I mean, in 2012, the Kings won it. They were an 8 seed. They just won it all. So, I mean...
Yeah. I mean, is it really like... But I feel like all sports are still like that.
No, but I don't think to the extent as hockey.
I mean, the Bucks lost.
No, and that's crazy. But, like, when do we see... We don't see that much. We see it, like, every fucking year in the NHL.
So that's what I'm saying earlier about the...
I know. But, I mean, this was just historic.
No, it was. It was...
I feel like we were saying earlier, like, Boston's always good, but they never have these, like, historically good regular seasons. All of a sudden they did this year.
Okay, yeah,
and it was
fair.
like, man, just sucks, man.
Both times we had historic teams.
In 07.
Yeah,
that was the 2 times, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just...
Dude, I was saying it's tough being a Boston sports fan.
It's hard,
we have nothing.
When are we... I mean, when's the last time we won a title? 4 years ago?
I can't even remember.
I can't keep doing this, man.
I was like 17 last time we won a title.
Oh, that's crazy. It's been a long time.
Expectations are always through the roof, man.
I might never watch hockey again.
If if I never watched hockey again, never again, I'd be like, damn, that's a bummer.
I mean, it's just like it was really one of those, and it's what's crazy is like 3 separate times this series when they lost, I was like, look myself in the mirror, am I okay?
Yeah.
As like beyond the hockey game.
Yeah.
Like, am I all right?
Yeah, like when you have like 8 beers, you go into the bathroom and take a piss, and you like look in the mirror, you're like, hey, am I all right?
Exactly. But this was just totally sober, watching the Bruins lose.
Am I okay?
Am I okay?
Yeah. No, but you're good, right?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. It's wild.
I'll have someone check in on you. I was on the phone earlier with someone.
Mm-hmm, sure.
Yeah. And he was like, yeah, I gotta call my friend. Like, she's not okay over the Bruins lost.
Yeah. No.
Got to do like a check-in.
I mean, every single time when growing up, when this would happen, because it happened all the time, my dad, like, I'm not talking to him for a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's not talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Like, it is like, it is.
That is nuts. That he texted you
Yep.
last night, and what'd he say?
He was like,
I'm not watching overtime.
No, I cannot handle this. I'm going to bed. Fuck this.
Yeah. And did he text you today?
He texted me today. I'm in an information blackout.
Okay.
So, there you go. So it's terrible.
It's a bummer.
It's a bummer, and it's just what I've actually come to expect. And I just can't keep doing this.
Would you rather?
I was watching the game in overtime, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep watching. I want this to be over, and it ended, and there it was.
Would you rather never watch hockey again or lose like 3 toes?
Never. I mean, I really enjoy watching hockey.
Yeah, and you don't need all your toes really, but balance.
Balance is huge. It'd be trickier to play soccer. If it's my left foot, I'd be all right.
I guess.
That's a tricky question. That's
the whole point of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
It would also be kind of cool, though, to be missing 3 toes.
It would be cool.
Like, I just got 2 on one foot.
Yeah, check this out.
Or you could split them up, 2 on 1, maybe.
Maybe, something like that.
But it would also be cool to be like, no, that wouldn't be very cool. Hey, you want to watch the hockey game? I can't. I really can't.
I can't. I have 10 toes.
Yeah. I can't.
I have a little coward
Yeah.
analogy to wrap us up. The 2023 Boston Bruins are the equivalent of Game of Thrones.
Man, I haven't seen that, so I haven't seen either.
Let me walk you through.
Okay.
Season 1 through 5 of Game of Thrones is
wheelchair kid wins.
That's true, which is
spoiler alert.
Part of my analogy. The wheelchair kid is essentially the equivalent of Matt Tkachuk winning.
Dude, no, Makachuk or whatever. I'm sorry. Get into it. I love him.
He stinks. He's
from the Cape.
That's so represent. True. Melrose is his dad. Seasons 1 through 5. This is probably the greatest show of all time.
Okay.
1 through 6, probably the greatest.
Lots
show
of boobs, right?
A lot of boobs.
Okay.
Right. A lot of things.
Dicks.
Some dicks.
Balls.
I can't recall, but I'm sure I wouldn't be shocked.
Butts.
Some butts.
Okay.
1 through 6 is the greatest show of all time. 7 and 8. 7's like, oh, what's going on here? That's the beginning of the series. Season 8 of Game of Thrones is Game 7. I mean,
okay, the worst part of your life.
The worst part of the biggest disappointment in TV history, the biggest disappointment in Boston sports history. They're the one and the same.
Yeah, people really weren't a fan of that.
It was horrible. I mean,
but was it bad or was it just like they chose the wrong dude?
It was just bad. It was real bad. So they did this whole thing where they set up like amazingly, like 4 characters just went through this unbelievable transformation over the course of like 10 years, and then at the last they're like, Never mind.
We're gonna give it to a wheelchair kid.
Yeah, we're revert. It's not even about that. They're just like, let's just like Jamie. This character Jamie.
It's a metaphor for the Make-A-Wish Foundation that Bergie sponsors. The wheelchair kid.
Got it. It's a metaphor for the Bruins. This guy Jamie was a dick. His whole thing was a dick. Terrible person.
Sounds awful.
His whole thing was like he's redeeming a great person all the way through season 7. Okay. He was great. It was very rewarding.
Like Deshaun Watson.
I mean, starting point wise, it's not far off.
Okay.
And then in season 8, Jamie just like kills a bunch of people. And just that's just it, and then dies.
Okay.
So yeah. So
hopefully not Deshaun Watson, because we'd be in the middle of the career arc.
That would be bad. Yeah. So, I mean, Danny setting King's Landing on fire is the equivalent of Linus Ullmark given to Chuck that ball, that puck.
Okay.
I mean, it's just it's bad. It's similar, and I was extraordinarily disappointed and heartbroken by both.
All right.
So moving on, I don't really want to talk about the Bruins ever again.
That's fine with me.
So,
although we are like doing this whole Boston sports podcast thing.
So that's what I was about to announce. We will no longer be covering the Bruins.
Fine.
On this sports show.
You sold me.
Yep. So
bummer.
I'm gonna take a minute and we'll be back unless you have anything else to add.
No, I don't have much to add. I think that I don't have anything else to add.
Cool.
That's what I think.
Cool.
Still in studio here.
Yeah, so before we get going, just going to read another ad.
And then we'll get into the Patriots draft breakdown for you. So this next Patriots draft segment is sponsored by Bud Light. Bud Light is my personal favorite beer. I love it so much. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Bud Light, your favorite beer?
Yeah. Got a problem?
No. Cool. Noted.
I'm gay over Bud Light.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, people used to say that.
That's true. It used to be fine.
It used to just be like...
Why are we so afraid now?
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah, so gay used to mean like happy, and now you think gay is the worst. That's what you think.
You cannot say that. I do not think gay is the worst.
No,
what? No.
Just kidding.
No.
We love Bud Light.
We love Bud Light and gay people.
How about that? We do.
I love being gay. I love gay people.
Okay.
Okay. Back to the sports show. So the Patriots had a draft last week and weekend.
Yeah, they did.
We were there for the first night of it.
Yep.
And by there we mean here.
They're here.
Watching it from here.
We're in Kansas City.
Yes. It was... I am shockingly super pumped about the way this draft went.
I am too, and I think it also revealed to the fans a lot about the Patriots' priorities, I guess, in the front office and everything. So I think that was cool.
For me, it read, I don't care about your bullshit. We're still just going to be smart. Bullshit meaning I'm not going to fucking draft a quarterback or draft a wide receiver, meaning my bullshit.
Yeah, I never thought that's what they're going to do. I think more like the fact that they were just like, fuck it, we'll figure it out with the offensive line.
Yeah. Oh, like not draft offensive line?
Yeah.
Yeah, they signed 2 undrafted. I mean, it was a terrible O-line class, too, to be fair. So.
Yep, but the fact that it just felt like, to me, you get a left tackle with the 17th pick or whatever it is. Like, the cornerback thing's awesome, but this is such a deep cornerback class that you probably could have got one. Like, Joey Porter Jr. went, 32nd?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, like, we had, the 46th pick?
Something like that, 43 maybe.
43, like, it feels like we could have traded up. There was rumors Bill was trying to trade back into the first round. Mm-hmm. It seems like we could have got another decent cornerback. I'm happy with Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him because I didn't think he was going to fall that far.
The only thing I saw, I've seen great things, basically. Everyone says this is a home run. He is basically the consensus second-best cornerback. Some people had him 1, some people had him 3. Most, what we saw, was 2.
How do we feel that the Commanders took a cornerback right before us?
The Mississippi State kid,
yeah.
right?
What if he's insanely good?
That would be a bummer. But this kid just seems to be better. He's bigger. I saw one thing that was like he struggled with tackling, maybe.
Okay.
3 missed tackles all year. So, I don't know.
That's not a bunch.
No. I don't know what else you'd like him to do.
Yeah, it seems like he can cover everywhere. He's a bigger guy, and he can kind of do a little one-on-one stuff for us, which would be awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be pumped. He might wear the number 0, too, which would be cool.
That would be so sick.
Moving on from that, I was a little concerned about Keon White.
I'm not.
Okay.
But, okay, why were you?
Because the Patriots drafted him.
And he was like...
Couldn't be more pissed.
He was upset.
Just mad. So, and I also heard this thing today that there was rumors that Bill was going to pick him at 17. So
okay, so then we love that.
Yeah, we love that he didn't do that, which is great, and not Billism. But
I heard that Keon White hadn't heard the news that he was getting drafted at that time.
Okay.
In the draft.
Okay.
And also maybe that he was expecting to go a little higher.
Okay.
So he might have been a little upset.
Okay, that's.
Also, he said like he doesn't care about the money; he just wants to win.
That's great.
So that's a Patriots player.
Welcome in.
That's a Patriots franchise.
Patriots player.
I think he'll be awesome. I think he'll be good. Judon's a lot older than I always think.
He is very.
He's aging, and we need some help in the pass rush. So this should be awesome.
I'm cool with it. I don't know anything about Marte Mapu, but the people who do know things have said it's awesome.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
according to everyone else, he's awesome.
Exactly. So, and he seems like he seems like he's gonna be a good player for us.
Marte Mapu.
Right. That's a stud.
You see him with the fro?
Yeah.
Did you see that video of him and
I didn't see any videos of him.
Him and Keon White went to the Patriots facility like the next day.
Okay.
And met with Robert Kraft, and of course he called Meek Mill.
Crafted.
Yeah, and he was like, "I know Meek Mill," and they were like, "Sick."
This is cool, I guess. Yeah. He's like my 7th favorite rapper.
But like Keon White or Marte Mapu already seems like he's a dog.
Yeah,
he's just walking around. He's bigger than Keon White.
Really?
Like he's kind of a big dude. Not like bigger, but like taller.
Is Marte an outside linebacker or inside?
He's listed as like a linebacker safety hybrid. So maybe he'll just be Troy Polamalu.
Cool. That's what I was kind of.
That'd be fucking awesome.
That'd be. I would love that.
Troy Polamalu.
That seems like such a Bill guy too.
I mean, I was raised by myself. I was raised by myself.
Yes, correct.
I raised myself.
And Luna, the wolf goddess.
Yeah, I raised myself as a Steelers fan,
Uh-huh.
and Troy Polamalu was my personal hero.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Like, if I could be anyone, Troy Polamalu.
He is great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, imagine
I would love Marte Mapu to
that would
be jumping over lines.
That's a Bill dream.
Yeah.
Jake Andrews, is he related? He is, right?
Oh, really?
And they kept posting about, like, weird comparisons.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, other than their name.
Like,
He seems like he'll be good. I mean, Andrews is getting older.
what's this kid's name that we drafted?
Jake.
Andrews. David Andrews, Jake Andrews.
I don't know, but he seems like he'll do his job.
Like, they made some,
What are you looking at?
there's no relation. There's no
Okay,
relation
cool.
at all. But I guess just because they both play center.
And they're named Andrews.
And
Feels
they're
like
named
close
Andrews.
enough to
and
be
David
in
Andrews
relation.
probably might retire pretty soon here. So
Plus the whole Genghis Khan thing. We're pretty much all related.
okay, yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure. So by some metric.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, this is what I'm fine with, by the way. It's like, oh, classic Bill. He took a kicker and a punter. After the first round, fucking go crazy.
Love it.
I just can't have you doing that in the first round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When there's, like, legitimate blue chip guys that I know that they're blue chip
Yeah.
guys. After that, fucking go crazy, Bill. Like,
Yeah.
after that, I trust that you're the smartest guy in the room. Because, by the way, all of your success has been in later rounds. Also, I've heard that this Chad Ryland guy is an absolute stud who can bomb balls and has a big leg.
Yeah, and he's like played from Maryland. It's New England weather kinda. Like
Yeah.
he's more used to it.
Yeah.
So I mean
Rainy. Yeah.
should be good. I mean, Nick Folk, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
See you later.
No, I mean I like Nick Folk.
Okay.
You didn't?
What?
You didn't like Nick Folk?
I like him. But thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for your services.
Thank you for your services. We're on to Chad now.
He kicked well.
Yeah, he's been a great kicker.
Yeah, he kicked well.
My favorite pick by them of the draft was Kayshon Boutte at 187 in round 6.
It can't be Booty.
Boutte?
Booty.
You what? I said Boutte. You said Boutte.
You said Booty.
Kayshon Boutte.
It can't. His last name's not Booty. Like
Kayshon Boutte. But that sounds cooler. Pronunciation.
We also
Boutte.
Boutte. That's what I said.
Yeah.
We also did
Boutte.
pick 2 guards at 117 and 144.
And signed 2, I believe, after the draft.
Yeah, but the 2 guard. I mean, we need inside line help. It seems like.
Yeah, one of these guys got a hit, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, also, at the end of the year, last year we were like signing guys. That's how.
Yeah, like off the street.
Guys were just going down.
Yeah.
So it's good to have depth there.
Kayshon Boutte is however you pronounce his name. He was like a year ago. If you looked at the mock drafts, he was like a top 10 pick.
No, he was. He was like 7th.
And I think he was the number 1 wide receiver recruit in his
Yeah.
class, maybe 2nd. But like he was around.
Pro Football
there.
Focus going into this year.
Really,
They had
yeah.
him 7th.
That's insane. Like,
And it seems like it's something that would be like, oh, they didn't. They're just like, obviously it changed a bunch, but they got like the first 3 picks right. So like they kind of were on it.
The Pats?
No,
Oh, Pro Football Focus. Really?
That like mock draft, like way too early mock
Oh,
draft.
okay, right.
So it'd be like, oh well, probably none of these are the same, but like they got some players right.
Yeah. So the upside's there. The upside's totally there.
That's the best thing about this. It's like it's low risk, high reward.
Exactly.
If he doesn't
6th
work
round,
out, then fuck it. Don't
obviously.
care.
But like the athletic upside is there with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it didn't. I know he had some injury issues too, which is like
He also apparently had some off the field problems, which
I think
we'll see.
I
how
heard
that
about some like
flies.
mental like health stuff with
Yeah.
him. Like he was like not in a great spot.
All right.
So, but I mean, hey, welcome in 6th round.
We love
Absolutely,
you.
I will take a flyer on an insane high upside of an LSU stud.
Yeah.
From wide receiver.
We love that.
So I'm pumped about that. Also, we drafted a fellow by the name of Amir Speed. Does it get any better
did.
than that?
We also drafted. Wait, where's Amir Speed? The cornerback.
The Michigan State guy, yeah.
Awful jerseys.
Oh, those are the worst jerseys in sports.
We drafted a couple cornerbacks.
JSU kid too, and the Liberty wide receiver.
Liberty wide receiver who's like 5'8", runs a 4.4 40. So
Of
he's
course.
toss him in the slot.
Yep, sure. Demario
Perfect.
Douglas.
We also drafted a punter, Bryce Behringer,
Yeah, I don't know anything about him.
who, if you saw his picture, electric.
He looks like Hot Rod a little, right?
Yeah, he's got the
yeah.
stash, he's got the goggles. Like
I'm
that's.
so in.
I'm in. I
Those,
need that.
Yeah,
They need a
to have
character.
look. Oh yeah, at that position.
Yeah, we also signed Malik Cunningham.
Yeah.
Which-
Who's not Malik Willis?
No, different guy. Or
Yeah.
Randall Cunningham, different
Yep.
guy as well.
Yep.
But he said he would be willing to switch to like wide receiver.
Oh,
Yeah.
that feels like the perfect Patriots gadget guy.
Yeah, and he's like shifty.
Really?
Shifty.
All right, feels like we're gonna get some use out of this guy.
Yeah.
Pumped about that.
Yep. Then we also signed Johnny Lumpkin, which is way too
No.
close to Blumpkin.
That's an awesome name. He's an offensive lineman?
Tight end.
Wow.
Big boy.
Wow.
I think he's like 6'6", 265.
I'm in.
Yeah.
On Lumpkin.
Yeah, Raging Cajuns, Louisiana.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's after we'll cover one more player from App State, which if you're noticing the pattern here.
Yeah. This guy's awesome.
This guy's awesome. Feels like he's going to be a great special teamer.
He played like 6 offensive snaps. Or defensive.
From App State.
Whatever position, whatever side of the ball he actually
Jordan
plays on, he did.
Heilig.
Elite special teamer. That guy.
Perfect. Just what we needed.
Yep.
So we took care of a lot of special team issues. But I'm just going to say it. We drafted way too many people from the Sun Belt.
Yeah. Not a lot of blue chip.
Way too many. From Troy.
Liberty.
App State. Raging Cajuns.
We drafted a lot of Sun Belt, huh?
Way too many.
I mean,
4 is too many from the Sun Belt.
There's not a lot of good Sun Belt players in the NFL right now, total.
Isaiah Likely.
And he's okay.
He's decent.
He's like, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Sun Belts. Bill, why did you go heavy on the SEC, Big Ten, Sun Belt?
Yeah, actually, who's the dude that Malik Willis?
Not great.
Didn't work out too well.
No.
They drafted another quarterback.
Yes, who's probably going to be equally as bad. So
yeah, we can get into that.
He's a WagOFF actually for me. So
okay, cool. We'll get into it later. But overall, I'm happy with this draft.
Totally happy with it. The fact that you can't be upset to get what everyone called a top 10 pick in this draft at 17. Like that by itself
is a win.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Of course.
I don't know anything about this guy other than 6 suit.
Yeah.
Colombian.
Looked really cool.
6.
Yep. Yeah, the flag.
Yeah.
The flag on the inside. Yeah. Just
Colombia.
got to post a graphic to the Instagram.
Colombia.
Yep.
So
that was awesome. Him. I would love to see him in the 0 for the Pats. That would be cool to get that debuted.
Yeah.
First year of that happening.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I'm not as excited as I could be, like if they picked a quarterback or a wide receiver, but I am totally.
Cool. They were never going to pick a quarterback.
Exactly. Or a wide receiver, really.
Well, I mean, it was more likely the wide receiver.
Yeah. But I'm totally cool and happy with that draft from the Pats.
I am as well. I think the wide receiver thing is a need.
Yeah, it's getting there. But also now it's much more likely in my head where it's like, all right, like what are you gonna do?
None of those guys were stud wide receivers. I'm not gonna lie.
They aren't. And JSN was like he wouldn't have in the last. There's been a lot of great receiver talent in the last couple of drafts. He wouldn't have beaten out like a Jamar, a Devontae Smith, a Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy. I think he would have been behind all those guys.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so.
I agree. Yeah, I mean we got Tyquan Thornton. Nasty. We also still have it's just wide receiver by committee. That's all it is.
Yes, it is. All right.
Also, quick thing.
Yeah.
I was looking at some of these players and their heights and how big they are. And did you hear the other day on the Kelsey's podcast?
I didn't.
They were debating if NBA players could play in the NFL and vice versa. And they were like, NFL players could play in the NBA.
Okay.
The most
Antonio
athletic
Gates.
guys are. I mean, Antonio Gates. Yeah, there's a couple examples, but
Jimmy Graham. Yeah.
They were saying Odell could play in the NBA. He's 5'11".
Yeah, and a dominant
he would be
receiver.
or 6 foot maybe.
Yeah.
He would be. There's no chance.
Yeah, they are not tall.
He'd be Isaiah Thomas, and he's not as skilled at basketball as Isaiah Thomas
Which is crazy. Odell Beckham Jr., former U.S. men's national team under 17 for soccer, by the way.
Yeah,
so
nasty.
Yeah.
He is an athlete.
Yeah.
I can't deny that.
Yeah.
But NFL players are not nearly as big.
No. The size thing is definitely
legit. Ben Simmons could play tight end in the NFL.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson could play in the NBA.
Yeah, because he's a unit.
Yeah,
but there's not many guys. Julio Jones maybe.
No, you can be 6 foot in football and be. Totally
and the only
fine.
big guys in the NFL are
wideouts.
No, linemen that are way too fast to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
In the NBA.
Yes, yeah. They're all that height. Yeah,
So I don't think I don't
think so either.
Yeah,
he said most NFL players can play in the
not
NFL.
most. I think they said NBA players wouldn't be able to play in the NFL as many as vice versa. Or it was the opposite.
I'm not sure about that.
Could have been the opposite.
It could have been. I don't know. Both sports are very unique.
Yeah, I don't think it's as easy as it seems to switch sports.
No.
But Kyler Murray,
Suggs.
yeah, or Kyler Murray.
Yep.
But Kyler Murray's not playing anywhere near the NBA.
No.
He's 5'2".
Jalen Suggs could have been drafted in the NFL. Could have been, right?
I mean Russell Wilson.
Yeah, that's baseball.
Yeah, baseball. Baseball's
Mahomes is a great player.
Easy. Yeah, but how tall is Patrick Mahomes?
Exactly, 6'2", something like that.
6'2". He'd have to be Steph Curry level of skill.
Yep.
To be good in the NBA.
When we come back, we are going to talk about Steph Curry.
We'll get into some basketball. Get into a little Celtics preview.
Yep. Welcome back in.
Thank you for having me.
Any more ads, or are we all ads free?
We got another ad.
Okay,
It's definitely not free.
We should. No.
Just a quick one here.
Just a quick one. Yeah. So we just another ad. Hold on. Let me. I forgot my charger.
Who?
Send it on over. All right. So welcome back in. This week we are proud to be sponsored by O'Hare Air, bringing you bottled, purified.
Don't butcher this, dude.
Bringing you bottled, purified air to go. Please breathe responsibly. Thank you, O'Hare.
Thank you, O'Hare Air.
I'm sure they aren't any sort of detrimental multi-million-dollar conglomerate.
I'm sure.
That could hurt nature.
I'm sure they're not.
I trust him
I'm sure of it.
to deforest everything. How about that?
You do?
I do.
That's bad news. We don't want that.
Well, you think he has nefarious intentions.
You said you trust him to deforest.
Who else is going to do it? The one
I don't want him to.
Oh, okay. All right. Me neither.
Save the trees.
Save the trees.
Let it die.
Let it die.
What a song.
Good song. Hey, you can't say he doesn't sing from the heart.
That's true. Gave it his all.
You can't say that.
No, you can't.
You can't. I wonder how in the way my new Pope on Batmobile structure is going to be. I've had some greenery too.
I need to re-up my section.
Yeah, your section is lacking. I have like a whole family over here.
Well, you just did that a second ago. You don't have a whole family. You have 2 plants and the Pope.
And Mandalorian and Grogu, who are hiding.
I have
3 plants if you count whatever this is.
I have Yoda and...
Oh, that's my Mandrake.
I have DT.
Yeah, Demaryius Thomas. Well, that always wins.
1 of 7.
That's got to be worth something.
4 or 5.
4 of those cards, right? And not 1 card.
Yeah, they're stuck together.
Okay, so a lot of things have been happening in the NBA world this past week. It's been, hey, I would contend that this has been one of the more entertaining first rounds of recent memory.
Of history.
Usually it's a snooze fest. It's
Yeah.
been awesome. It was awesome.
It's been great.
It's over, right? No, it's over. Yes, it is.
What?
Round 1 is over now officially.
Correct. We have
Warriors and Kings.
some
great matchups in the second round too.
We do. We got Warriors Lakers.
Which I'm so pumped for.
We'll get into. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
NBA rigged.
Love it.
Nuggets Suns, which I believe they played the other night.
The Nuggets just killed them.
Yeah.
Not killed them, but
That
like
seems like
score-wise, but they just owned the game.
I
watched a little bit of it.
Any game the Nuggets will just win by 40.
Yeah, and like it's weird to me how Jamal Murray is an elite basketball player in the playoffs. And for some reason, it just doesn't overly get talked. Like, he's always just like, oh, Jamal dropped 37 tonight in a playoff game. Like, he's never mentioned with, like, the best guys in the league. But he absolutely is in crunch time.
No,
right?
I love him.
Yeah.
I love Jamal.
So
playoff
good.
Jamal Murray was the coolest thing ever
to
watch.
Kentucky video leaked Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He's
He's got to
great.
do some manscaping.
No, for sure. It wouldn't hurt to clean up down there.
No.
But he's an absolute dog in the playoffs. And that's when it matters most. He's got a little D Mitch in him, even though he didn't do all too well this year.
I'd say Jamal. I'd say D. Mitch has got a little Jamal in him.
Yeah, fair.
They both have a little bit of Jimmy Butler in them.
Yes.
Who is the other matchup, which is Heat Knicks.
Very old-timey 90s
The
stuff.
Heat already beat the Knicks.
Yep.
In the Garden.
In the Garden. Jimmy played well. I don't, like... The Heat are just they're just so well run. I don't think Spo gets enough credit either. I think Spo's a top 10 coach in the history of the league.
Ooh, top in the history, probably.
Right?
Yeah, he might be the best coach in the league right now.
I think that's fair to say. Him or Kerr. It's it's like a hockey team. You just get them into the playoffs and they'll be all right. The Warriors are at a similar point where it's like the Spo coaching mixed with Jimmy's mentality has been wonderful to watch, and now we're sort of seeing that. I saw a thing where it was like the bubble now officially like isn't a fluke, and it's like I don't know really who was making that argument, but it's just wild.
People
that,
definitely
like,
are.
Gabe Vincent, you know what I mean, and all these guys. Hayward Highsmith.
I'd love to give a shout out to Gabe Vincent.
Let's hear
for like a week ago.
I met Gabe Vincent earlier this year. Good guy.
Really?
Yeah.
How tall is he?
He's like a little taller than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
While ago, that game that went into overtime, that Jimmy Butler hit like the clutch shot.
Yep.
He hit a 3 with like
Gabe.
Yeah, 12 seconds left. They were down 6.
Wow, huge.
and he hit a
saw
three,
that,
and like
actually,
no one said anything about it. Like he just walked up and just like pulled up for three, cashed it, and was like, "Cool, we're on defense."
Yep.
That was electric. That they don't win. They don't even get to overtime without that.
Yeah, he's been. It hasn't been just Jimmy. It's been that all of them have been grinding, and it's been so fun to see. Jimmy is like, he has one of the more perplexing careers for me, because on paper, like you put up his accolades on paper, it's like he's made 3 All-NBA teams. So I think his third will be this year if he makes one, which I think he will. And it's like third. That's not all-time stuff. Yeah. He's never won a ring. He made it to one final. He was kind of a late bloomer.
That's the other thing. People always are like, "Oh, he's got the Michael Jordan, like Kobe Bryant dog in him," but like only the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, he's always been solid in the playoffs.
He's always been, but it's not like, "Oh, Jimmy Butler in the playoffs again. Let's everyone be worried."
Like he was like probably the best player on that Sixers team when they were making that run, but they didn't make a run. You know what I mean?
They didn't make a run. He did not take over any
not
games.
Really. No, he went to Minnesota, and the only notable thing about that was a practice
that he fought his teammates,
which is cool. But like, it's just. But then, like, I'm not gonna. But that, like that. All that being said, which I agree with, I look at 2020 and I look at now, and I even look at last year, and I'm like, that's like Kawhi Leonard level playoff run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy to see.
Yeah, he's doing this with not a lot of reward so far, which is why it's like
weird.
It's weird, but people are speaking on it like he's like that guy, like Kawhi level playoff stuff.
His playoff stuff has been, I think.
I know, but like Kawhi has rewards to show for it. He's got Finals MVPs, he's got rings, but Jimmy has nothing. But he's still like that's how good he is. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like he's on that upper echelon without having any accolades, really.
Yeah, that's why it's like you go down and make your lists, and you're like, all right, well this guy has this, guy has this. Jimmy doesn't really have much at all. Yeah. Has he ever been a top 5 MVP candidate? I'm sure he was.
He's probably borderline
in 2020,
5. Yeah, but
those years, but like he's never. Like we had that one year with Paul George, where you're like, Paul George could win the MVP this year. We never had that with Jimmy.
Yeah, on the Thunder. That's the thing. Jimmy, like throughout the first couple months of the season, it was like, oh, Jimmy Butler is he even playing on the team?
Right, the Heat were real bad.
Yeah, and then like playoff time comes and he starts to ramp up, and then in the playoffs it's like, oh, he's God.
Mm-hmm. Right,
second coming of Jesus Christ is Jimmy Butler.
He might just be. They I saw
Himmy Butler.
Yeah, I saw Spo said hi to Udonis Haslem when they were in my college's gym practicing.
Oh right,
yeah, super odd, and now they're killing it. So
yeah,
I know them on a lot of levels. So yeah, that's been great. Switching over to, do you want to do the Celtics or the Warriors?
Let's do the Celtics.
Celtics will be quick.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, last.
Yeah, because I want to talk about the Sixers.
Okay, cool. Yeah, great. So lead us into the next one. So the Warriors closed out against the Kings. Stephen Curry gave maybe his best career performance, which is insane. I am confident after watching this game and after what I believe the rest of the playoffs will look like.
This is going to be so dumb.
That Steph Curry is a top 5 greatest basketball player in the history of the league. I'm not kidding. Like it's Jordan and LeBron, whatever, 1 and 2, whatever, in whatever order. Kareem, for me it's Larry, and then it's Steph.
He's better than Magic?
Yes, he's better than Magic. Magic was elite. Magic's the second greatest point guard ever. He cannot do the things Steph Curry
if we're gonna talk about, we can talk about this might never end.
Yep.
The point guard debate, right?
Sure.
Steph Curry is not they're different style point guards.
They are, but
completely.
On the depth chart, they're a point guard.
I know, but that depth chart does not exist really. Like if we really want to talk ball, like the depth chart isn't fucking a thing anymore. Okay. Like LeBron's bringing up the ball for his career. Like Bam Adebayo is bringing up the ball in the Heat series.
Sure.
Like the depth chart doesn't exist.
Okay.
Steph Curry is not the stereotypical pure point guard. Like if I'm starting a team and I want like a distributor on my team, you're never thinking Steph Curry.
I would contend that he's an elite distributor, though.
I mean, he's a good distributor.
He is. It's just because all of his other talents are so insane because of him. So it's like
it's not just because of him.
He is the most important part of the most fluid offense in the NBA.
I understand, but you're saying Magic is not as good at point guard as Steph Curry? That's crazy.
That it's
like I think Steve Nash is a better like pure, like you know what I'm talking point guard wise.
Sure.
Like Steph Curry is a score like a point scorer.
But I think this is dumb because it's like
he's a guard who's a scorer.
Regardless of the like pure point guard thing, it's like you're a better pure point guard, sure, but like Steph Curry's gonna contribute to winning more. So it doesn't.
I understand. I'm not talking about that.
You know
you're just saying you're like putting Magic's talents like down on the list as a point guard, which is insane.
I guess I'll just okay, fine.
Like if I were to draft a team, I would probably take like my two guards would maybe be Magic and Steph, and have Magic like distribute, run the floor, and then have Steph there to score.
Yeah.
But like I'm never picking Steph as a pure what the theoretical pure point guard is, because I don't think it exists. Also, but like you can't put down like Magic's ability to be a distributor and run offenses.
That's totally fair. That being
So like you and our friend Aiden are like, Steph Curry's a way better point guard than Magic Johnson. That's nuts.
I wouldn't say way better.
Okay, but saying he's a better point guard is nuts, because he's not. Steph Curry's not like a stereotypical point guard. He's not. You can't say
no. He transcends positions.
It's not just him. That's just the NBA now. You can't say Steph Curry's the reason basketball's positionless. That's not on him.
No, but like I mean,
that's basketball,
all right,
dude.
All right. Regardless of the point guard debate, maybe he's not like a. I would contend he's a better point guard than Magic Johnson.
In what ways?
In ways
that he can shoot threes?
Yes.
Okay, so that's just scoring three. Like that's not what a point guard, like the stereotypical point guard, is.
Every position is meant to help your team win the basketball game. Steph Curry is one of the greatest winners in the history of the sport. Steph Curry is so remarkably conducive to winning. Why would I not pick him at a position over another guy?
Because for me, like some people that would build a team would rather have a guy that can distribute and like run the floor. Like you would probably take LeBron at the 3 and have him bring the ball up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think I think it's a moose point.
Okay. Okay.
I just think he's.
So you're just gonna. Okay, fine.
I
think your point is the same.
A moose.
Yeah.
A real moose.
A real moose.
All right. I can just.
You can't just say that in an argument and be like, "Oh, that point does not matter."
That's my favorite one.
Yeah, you guys always do that.
All right. Well, fine. Okay, fine. That does matter, and I'll give you that a prototypical.
I just want. You can say you think Curry's like a better guard than Magic. Yeah. Like you're allowed to have your opinion, but I don't want to downgrade the ability of Magic Johnson to play point guard.
I don't either. Okay, let's say prototypical point guard, especially in the traditional sense. Magic.
I think
fits the mold more.
Yes, I think the new rules of like positions in the NBA.
I don't know if that exists anymore, right?
Yeah, I think it should be like all NBA teams, like guard, forward, center.
Yeah. Yes.
Which also
is a little.
Yeah, like the All-Star game should just be the top 5 guys.
Totally.
Starting.
Like I think he's all right. So Magic fits the mold better. Magic is.
All right, you
mold.
think Steph Curry's the second best guard of all time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Behind Michael
Jordan, and then Steph Curry.
He's absurd, and he's not even done yet. I could argue that Steph Curry is playing better right now than he was in his unanimous MVP season because he's better defensively.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
which is
he's playing. He's unreal.
He's unreal.
And I'll say, I totally have like personal reasons to hate him.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely, coming out a little bit.
No,
like it always is when I talk about Steph Curry, and you're gonna read some bullshit stats. So go ahead, read it.
I'm just gonna read this quote.
Yeah.
From Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
Steph was so disgusted with how the Warriors played in Game 6 that he couldn't sleep and was texting Draymond at 4 a.m.
This is bullshit.
It led to him give what players called the greatest speech of his career.
Yeah.
Promising he'd deliver and telling teammates to stay home if they were in their emotions before a 50-piece Game 7.
Yeah.
What was missing from Steph in the first half of his dominance, I would say, is people like Skip Bayless will point this out, is that he didn't have really any of the Michael Jordan sort of edge like the Jimmy Butler has. You see that?
Or maybe like any of the outstanding role players around him.
Right, like they have that more so. Like he was just sort of winning, and like the whole thing was like, well, Steph's the best. Steph is the best player of all time when they're up by 20. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is that. Like we're getting that with him now. We got a lot of that last year in the finals.
Yeah.
Like he is a winner. He's a winner, and to see him just go and be like, I'm just going to be better than every other guy on the court, and no one can stop me. He's by far and away the best small player of all time, easily. The amount of dominance he is able to have had on this game while being under 6'4", under 6'3". He's really like 6'2"-ish, right?
Yeah, 6'2", 6'3".
Like
so that's why I hate him, because I'm like a 6'2", built he's obviously way stronger than me, but like built the same. Neither of my ankles work.
Yep.
He's got a big dick. He's nasty at golf.
Yep.
He's like a beautiful family.
Yeah,
he's got everything going for him.
Wife fucks other guys.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yep, that is awesome.
It's really the golf thing, and you guys ruined him for me.
Well, it's because for
you're
context,
to blame.
There back in like 2014, 2015,
2016. We were freshmen in high school.
Russ versus Steph, and that was a debate back then. And I was always pro Steph. And
I think it's still a debate.
And now clearly the debate has ended. So he's
No, it
very
hasn't
buttered.
ended. No, it has not ended.
Really,
Yeah.
really.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Why?
That Russ and Steph.
So you're not explaining this well at all.
Russell Westbrook versus Steph Curry is who's a better point guard or who's a better player.
Yeah, in that year.
Sure.
That's what I was always debating.
Oh, well.
Not like all like no. Steph Curry's obviously
Well,
clear
at the time it was all time because that was the year. But
yeah, I think in that season, like when Russ was at his
that was a
peak,
crazy season.
I think it's still fair to say
Won a bunch
all
of games.
around player.
Really good at, really conducive.
Yeah, him and fucking Steven Adams.
Yeah, that's true.
That was the second leading scorer.
Maybe if he wasn't so prickly, then he would attract more free agents like Steph.
Dude, have you seen the stat that says like every player
Is better when he was Russ?
No, is better with Russ.
I don't know.
When did KD win MVP?
When he's with Russ, but when was Oladipo his best? The moment he got out of town.
Yeah, he's great.
And
He's
went to
awesome.
Indiana.
He's amazing.
He was great.
Yeah, he's playing awesome
Sabonis?
right now. Yeah, he's playing awesome right now. You're giving great examples.
Okay.
He got fucking benched for Alex Len.
All right. Alex Len. Never played with him. All right, regardless, he's 35. Steph's the 5th greatest player ever, in my opinion.
That's nuts. He's floating around 10 for me. He's not better than Tim Duncan.
He's totally better than Tim Duncan.
No, he's not. Kobe Bryant's not better than Tim Duncan. And Kobe Bryant, in my mind, is probably better than Steph.
I don't want to diss Tim Duncan because he's historically underrated.
Yeah.
But talk about system.
We're gonna talk about system.
Steph Curry made the system. Tim Duncan came into the system.
Dude, oh my god. Steph Curry made the system.
Yes.
A fucking franchise, a team. He made it all.
Yes.
You guys are delusional.
No, it was his...
One player doesn't fucking do that. Do you understand what a team is?
His play style is what allowed everything to happen.
Dude,
it's
you know what made
the
system? Illegal screens.
Okay.
Their whole fucking franchise is built on illegal screens.
Monte Ellis, maybe.
And dirty ass players, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Like
Draymond
who?
Green.
Draymond Green is an absolute winner.
Yeah.
I mean, he just knows how to win.
He's a fraud.
He becomes a different player in the playoffs.
Yeah, a worse one. He's a fraud, dude. Complete fraud.
Okay. He played great last night.
I don't think he did. I don't even know. I didn't even watch.
He played all right.
I doubt he did.
He played very well. He actually scored some points.
What, 12?
I don't know if he scored that many, but it was, I mean, something like that. They remind me of the 2018 Patriots. This team.
Okay.
Just grinding it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Just know how to win.
They remind me of like the 1942 Olympic team.
I thought you were going to go
full of
different
Nazis.
route. Okay. All right. So that's where we are. We both
Steph
agree
Curry's
that
not
Steph
top
Curry's
10.
the 5th best player
He's
of all
not
time.
top 10.
He's the 5th greatest
He's
player
not
of all
top
time.
10. He's not top 10. He's not better than Shaq.
Dude, he's so much better than Shaq.
Yeah.
Yes. He's arguably more dominant than Shaq, and he's a foot
Whoa!
shorter.
More dominant than Shaq.
Have you watched? Let me pull up Steph Curry's 2016 highlight reel.
Let me pull up any Shaq highlight from history ever.
I mean,
no one's stopping that. They literally had to
take
extra guys on the roster just to foul him.
No, that's true. Shaq's the 3rd most dominant player of all time behind Steph and Kareem.
You're delusional. You're an insane person.
I don't know, man.
How do you sleep?
Real well.
Really?
On my Steph Curry pillow and
I
my
doubt
Steph Curry blankets with my Steph Curry fat head on the wall.
You just jerk off on the wall. You probably have like a Steph
wall.
Curry fleshlight.
That'd be an intervention. All right.
Dude, Steph, I'm never giving up on this. I also hate the way he obviously revolutionized the game.
Revolutionized it.
I'm not going to say I have like total respect for him because I don't care.
Okay.
But like he is an all-time great.
Yep.
He is. He cements his legacy. I don't even want to talk about the Celtics thing. But like he ruined pickup basketball for me and everyone across the country.
That's true. That is true.
Completely ruined it. Like he revolutionized the NBA game.
In a bad way.
In a good way for the NBA,
Yeah,
I think. It's fun, more threes, everything. That's awesome. Yeah. Guys are shooting 20 of them a game,
which is great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Revolutionized it.
Yep.
That Warriors team, all of them, Clay, the whole squad, KD.
Sure.
But like if we're playing pickup basketball, you can't make a left-handed layup, you don't deserve to take more than 3 threes a game.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how to play basketball. You just know how to hum up threes.
Yep.
And it pisses me the fuck off.
True.
Dudes will get rebounds right here and just be like, oh, looks like I'm going to dribble out and hum up a 3.
The
I'm
best
like
is
Steph Curry.
when dudes dribble back out to the 3-point.
That's what I'm saying. They get a rebound from underneath the hoop and like, instead of making an easy layup, let's get one of those 3-pointers.
Yep. Those things. Those are great.
They're cool. No, Steph, I know he's an all-time great.
Mm-hmm.
He's not top 5, but he's like top 10.
All right.
Maybe.
All right. Noted.
Yeah.
Noted your
Duly
irrelevant
noted.
opinion.
Oh, okay. So mine's irrelevant.
I'm just kidding.
We're both extremely irrelevant.
As irrelevant as
Yeah.
probably like right there at the bottom.
Right there.
Right there at the bottom. Well, that's that. Oh, the Celtics are a basketball team also.
Yeah.
That has some games to play.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to the Sixers.
We're moving on to Sixers.
I was a little scared by last round.
I was
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I was too.
That happened on Thursday when we were watching the draft.
Yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to Derek White,
Thank you, Derek White.
who they like. I don't know what Joe was doing,
Most of the
which
time.
stresses me out. But they, with like 4 minutes left, Blake Griffin's on the court. Derek White's on the bench. First off. Okay.
Sweet.
And then there's like a minute left, and Al's out there with Rob, and they have only John Collins on the floor as their big man, who is shorter than Jason Tatum. So it feels like we could figure out the matchups there and
Right.
have Derek White on the floor, who's a good defender and a scorer.
Yep.
I mean, credit to Al, though. He's a great three-point shooter. But Derek White came in with 40 seconds left, and he got fouled, and he made the 2 free throws, which was the only points they had in like the last minute and a half of that game.
Yeah, drilled those.
That was
free
game.
throws.
This is game 5 that they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
game
remember
5.
when he
Game
drilled those
5.
free throws. Yeah.
He made the 2 free throws, and then they subbed him right out. So props to Derek White for doing your job.
I don't know why they hate to have him in the game and late in games.
I'd rather have him than Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart in game 5. This is a while ago, but Marcus Smart in game 5, unwatchable.
Chucking up threes.
That, but like flopping, trying to draw fouls.
Yeah, he gets
diving at the floor. He
gets
fouled.
annoying.
He fouled Trae Young 50 feet from the basket. Unwatchable. Like, it's just brutal.
Yeah.
That's another aspect of the NBA where drawing the fouls, and like Steph Curry does this the worst. Like he kicks.
Trae Young does it the worst.
Trae Young does it really bad.
Yeah.
But like when players kick their legs out on threes to try and draw the foul, I understand the whole aspect of like, I'm just gonna get my free throws,
Yeah.
and I understand how that works. But it's just from a fan perspective, it sucks to watch. It's
to
so brutal to
Trae,
see.
every time he's like, I'm gonna run it, and then I'm just gonna stop running, and I'm gonna get a whistle.
Every
That's all it
time,
is.
every time someone drives inside the 3-point line and Marcus Smart's in there, it's flying around everywhere. And when he gets the calls, like it's fun, but still, it's not worth
I
it.
hate when Trae Young gets. I mean,
It's
Trae, I'm so
unwatchable.
pumped I don't have to watch Trae Young anymore. I hate watching.
If Marcus Smart wasn't on the Celtics, I would not be a fan of him.
He needs to. He has.
It's
he
really-
didn't have a great first round.
It's really unwatchable.
Yeah, sometimes, especially when he gets into his smart bomb era, which is not.
Which he made one on the game 6.
No, that's his whole thing.
Yeah.
He makes just enough to make it somewhat
Yeah.
valuable.
So let's talk about Sixers real quick.
Yeah.
Embiid has a knee sprain. Grade
MCL. I
Grade-
think. I'm not sure.
I don't know. He got an injection today in his knee.
It's like he would not be playing if this was the regular season.
Correct.
Injury.
Correct. He'd be out for like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So he's doubtful for game 1.
I
Which
doubt
is
he
tonight,
plays.
by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Tonight. Participated in shoot-around. He did an injection in his knee. So,
So he could actually.
yeah, but he's just doing steroids now,
Yeah,
which is fine.
Yeah.
We've historically, the past couple of years, like I think it's 2019, 2020, we played the Sixers, we've had their number.
We just have had the Sixers number.
Yeah, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't played them with Harden in a playoff series.
No, but we played them in the regular season.
And we've had their number.
Embiid, the only time they beat us was when Embiid dropped like 54.
Which,
So
hopefully,
you're gonna
if we
do
can
that
delay
4
that
times.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
If we can delay that a couple games.
Exactly.
And also, Rob Williams is like starting to play like Rob Williams.
Right. Yeah,
which
yeah.
would be awesome with a hurt Embiid to see him
Exactly.
shut that down.
Yeah.
But again, Embiid's Embiid, so I don't
Embiid
want
is
to
Embiid.
discount it.
And I'm going into the series not concerned.
I'm
Get
not.
this.
Yeah.
I would be more concerned playing the Knicks or the Heat.
Okay. With like
Simply because
all teams healthy or like the state that they're in now?
the state that they're now.
Okay, is it because Embiid's like banged up?
A
or
little
what?
because of the Embiid thing, but also because in the regular season they just fucking outwork us all the time. Like the
Knicks
and Heat-
did.
The Knicks did a lot, and the Heat kind of historically. did,
Yeah.
but the Knicks did a bunch this season.
Yeah.
So I just don't want really any part of those two teams right now. But that's why I like the Sixers, because this is what I was afraid with the Bruins thing too. Is like I don't think the Bruins got up for the Panthers at all. And they obviously had all the other baggage. I don't think the Celtics got up for the Hawks at all. I think that's the reason why that series went for so long.
I don't either, but I also think it's because this is Joe Mazzulla's first playoff series. People forget
That's
this
true.
dude just started coaching.
Totally.
Like there's a little pressure there,
Yeah.
and Joe doesn't seem like the guy that. You never know. I don't know. You can't
know
crack
nothing
Joe.
about
So
it. No,
yeah,
you can't.
But I just want to say, like, it's his first playoff series. That's probably a
Yeah.
little like going to 6 games is not crazy.
Right, but now I feel like there is this little rivalry with the Sixers, so I think they're gonna get up for this.
Yeah.
Like the Embiid Harden stuff. Like this is a team like they're gonna come out like it's not gonna be a Hawks thing where they let the Hawks hang around the whole fucking game. You know what I mean? Like because they just don't feel like really putting the foot on the gas. I think they put the foot on the gas in minute 1,
Come out hot. Yeah, I mean we have home court advantage now for the rest of the playoffs.
which is fun.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm not I'm not too stressed. I think the boys are going to step it up a bit. I think 6 games was kind of good for them in a way. Like, it was a bit of a wake-up call.
It was a wake-up call for sure.
It was a wake-up call. It was a kind of bummer because Embiid get more time to rest. The Sixers had a bunch of time to rest. But the Sixers also, like, haven't lost in the playoffs yet. So I think maybe
they've been great.
We hand them a stinger, though.
We'll see
what happens.
That's tonight. So this episode will go up probably during the game, honestly.
Yeah, and then you won't hear from us until the series is probably over.
Probably. It'll be much different.
Yeah.
Like it was last week when we were like, the Bruins are great, the Celtics are great, now we're just in shambles.
Yeah.
So.
Do we want to do a little series prediction, like rest of the playoffs prediction?
Sure.
Yeah, real quick.
Just run through it, so we got a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure.
I think the Nuggets beat the
Okay.
No, I think the Suns beat the Nuggets.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the Nuggets look like they just
really
have
good.
them right now. But I like the Suns too. Just because
I love Kevin Durant.
I just don't want to see him lose.
Yeah. And Devin Booker's like my hero.
Right.
Yeah. We'll say Suns there. On the bottom, I think the Warriors probably lose in 4.
Would you like that matchup? Well,
no, I don't. I just really want to see this guy.
I think the Lakers could win that series for sure.
I think they could too. They're
also a completely different team than the Kings.
Completely different team. If they stay healthy, I think the key to that series was just rebounding. I mean, Kevon Looney looked like a fucking superhuman.
It's unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. The Lakers have much more size and much more
They
size
do, but like
effectively.
Hopefully it works.
No, right.
I mean, AD had like a couple games where he was like 30 and 20.
AD needs to be that guy.
Yeah, so
if AD's that guy, the Lakers win.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Again,
and I'm so pumped to watch that series.
I don't want to say like who on the Warriors can really guard LeBron because like Draymond has in the past.
It's going to be Draymond.
But, like, who can really guard LeBron?
Yeah, it's going to be Draymond and then parking Looney's big ass right under the hoop.
Yeah, I don't know if the Lakers will be able to get it all the way there. Like, they just had a deep series with, like a very emotionally heavy series with the Grizzlies, like, all the rivalries and stuff. And now you got to, like, stay amped for this.
And, I mean, the Warriors, like, again, like Darvin Ham, first playoff run, like, against Steve Kerr.
And obviously all the history.
Steve Kerr, who has never lost a playoff series in the West.
Yeah, that was their first time they were, I don't know.
Game 7, maybe?
It was the first time they lost, like, the first game in a series or something.
Yeah.
Something. Or they were down 0-2. It was the first time, he's never been down 0-2.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, he's like something like 28-0 in the West.
Yeah, no, they're nuts.
Yeah, so there's that. I would say, like, the Warriors are favorited, but the Lakers could absolutely win. What's your prediction?
I'd agree. I'll take Lakers in 6.
Okay. For the East, the Knicks Heat series is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if the Heat can stay hot.
That's what I'm saying.
It also, like, every time you step on the, like, down to Miami and they're wearing the white out.
Good luck. Yep.
But I'm gonna take the Knicks.
Okay.
Just because I'd love to see Knicks Celtics.
That would be.
And I don't want to play the Heat in the Eastern Conference Final.
I don't either.
I can't. Sucks. PTSD.
Yep. Horrible.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take Knicks and then Celtics in 3.
Okay. Cool. And then what's your finals prediction?
Celtics.
Say it.
Celtics Lakers.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I just need it.
I'm
going for maximum storylines.
I need to be aware of the Celtics and Lakers playing each other in the finals.
And the thing is,
I'll
spend $1,000 to go to that game.
I would too.
Yeah. Well, good thing we're sponsored.
Good thing. Bye.
O'Hare Air.
Bud Light. All right, we're gonna take a break because we're all of a sudden at 28 minutes. And then when we come back, we'll do a little WagONs, WagOFFs to end the day.
Welcome.
Last segment of the day. Gonna do some WagONs and WagOFFs as we do.
Yep. I also have some closing notes that I just forgot to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about them
real quick.
Sure.
Actually, I can do that one for one of my WagONs, WagOFFs.
Cool.
Anthony Richardson, just a little draft talk. He should be able to punt with his arm.
Okay.
That should be a new rule where it's like you can drop back and just throw it as far as you can.
He is a cannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to see how far these guys can throw footballs.
That would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah. Okay. Noted.
So like once a game, you can punt with your arm.
Okay.
Because like that, if it's like a 4th and 3, you could like try and run a play quick. But if nobody's open, you just fucking launch one.
Throw it as hard as you can.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be fun. Something to know. Maybe bring that up to Mr. Rock for the XFL.
Oh yeah, true. That would be a great XFL rule.
Yep.
And then another thing too. This is totally random, but I wrote this down.
Sure.
I need like once or twice a year where I go to the doctors, like just once or twice, and they give me like they just test everything. It's just like a full body scan, tells me everything that's wrong with me, and then they just like, here's all the medicine you need and everything.
Okay.
Instead of like, oh, I feel like bad right now, I need to go to the doctor. Like once a year, like it's like a checkup if it actually worked.
Totally.
Because a checkup's just like, Oh, your eyes are working. You can see the letter E from 20 feet away. But, like, I need to, like, go into, like, a CAT scan, like a full body scan, and they're just like, okay, like, your left wrist is, like, slightly sprained.
Okay,
like,
you have a tumor in your head.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be I've actually thought about that. It's like, hey, can I just get
once a year, just, like, scan my body and tell me what's wrong with me.
Yeah, that'd be good. You have a bunch of things right now that if you went in now, how long would that list be?
It'd be double-sided. it'd be 2 pages front and back. Or 1 page front and back.
For one, you don't have a penis.
Yeah, well, that'd probably be fine.
Okay, cool.
Because they'd be like, oh, less things to scan.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Less paper.
Less paper to cover. Yeah, no penis.
None.
First bullet.
All right.
That was just all I had to say. I feel like that would be super useful.
That would be great. I actually think about that.
Yeah.
Like, can I just go and like?
And it's like it could even take up the whole day.
I'd be fine with that.
They just like 1 day a year, they just scan your whole body, and they're like, okay, here's what you got.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Maybe it's just because like the medical system is just all fucked up because that's how America is.
Yeah, the worst.
Sweet. So maybe just maybe some reform.
I would like some healthcare reform in America. Speaking of WagOns, my first WagOn, because we talked about some basketball stuff. That was originally my WagOns. Joe Biden, a WagOn for once.
Meh.
Hear me out.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw his White House correspondent dinner.
No.
Which obviously were jokes written for him, obviously, but he performed great, and they were hilarious.
Sentences through and through.
Sentences through and through, and they were a little faltery sometimes, but he got through every one. You know, and they were funny. And he was like. They juiced him up big time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Making
Joey.
fun of his age, and he was like, it took a shot at Don Lemon, who has recently been fired from CNN. I don't know if you've been following that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't really follow many things. That's hell yeah, though.
He had a hilarious Don Lemon.
I mean, if he gets reelected, he'll be 84.
So he was alive in the 40s.
Yeah. So that was a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Imagine your grandfather.
That's
running
close
the
to.
free
That's
world.
close to. Dude, he is 10 years on my grandfather.
Wild.
Yeah.
This guy was alive in the 40s.
Yeah.
I think it was 1948.
This guy was born.
You're fresh off World War II.
This guy was born before, like, anyone in the Beatles was alive.
That's insane.
Yeah, and when all of their first music came out, everything was just black and white.
Yeah, he was like prime age for the Beatles.
I mean, he was alive when H-Man was alive.
Who's that?
Adolf. Just for historical reference.
Barely. Right at the end there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, right at the end. Yeah. But
probably close.
We should look into that.
Have you seen a rebirth? Have you seen that clip where it's like everyone trying to kill Hitler, and then it's like
himself.
Hitler trying to kill Hitler. He's like dunks on everyone.
He's great. He's great at that.
He's
great at that.
He's still alive.
Yeah, probably. No, he's gotta be old.
All right.
What you got? My other WagOn is John Mulaney. His new special, good one. His new special dropped. Set in Boston, actually, filmed in Boston. Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And I was ready to not think it was funny too. I was ready. I've been off the John Mulaney thing. It's popular to be off John Mulaney right now. And my whole thing is like he's like your mom's favorite comedian.
My mom went and saw him. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, and I wasn't even talking about your mom. I'm talking about your mom as
but specifically my mom has
mine
seen him
too.
live.
My mom loves him. Like he's just so.
Dude, our moms would get along well.
They do, and when in their brief interactions, you know what I mean.
We should play date.
Yeah, totally. But they like he's like the so stereotypical comedian, which maybe isn't fair for him because he's just like I'm just good at my job. You know what I mean? And
like he's funny.
He's just funny.
There's a reason he's doing it.
And he's had all that shit in the last 2 years. He came in. The intro was like I was like all right, and then he just like
started doing drugs.
So I mean that was what the whole thing. He was just talking about rehab.
Yeah.
And his closing bit. It was a long bit. It was like 8 to 10 minutes. It was hysterical.
It was 8 to 10 minute bit is crazy.
It was crazy. He basically just what he did. He pulled up papers of a GQ interview he did, peak addiction.
Yeah.
And he was like, I swear to you, I have no recollection of this interview.
Wowzers.
And he's just reading his responses, and it is so fucking funny. So
his voice is super close to being really annoying.
I know, but for me, it's not.
It's just like on the edge. Though.
Yeah. I get some people are like, I
it's fine for me, but like I could see it being really annoying.
And he looks tired. Like he's looked like he's had a long 2 years. Like he opened up.
Well, he was addicted to drugs.
Big time. He opened it up and was like, hey, so my reputation is different.
Yeah.
And it's like, yep.
Yep.
So yeah, if you're looking for a special to watch, absolutely recommend the Mulaney new special.
That's like the ginger guy.
Conan?
No.
ginger guy, Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Oh,
when he came back, he was like...
And by the way, he is firing on all cylinders.
He's hilarious.
He is one of the best of all time.
Yeah, but
he
when
just had one in Madison Square Garden that was a fucking...
When he came back, he was like, my bad.
He was like, everyone knows my thing now.
Yeah.
Like, President Obama knows my thing. You know how weird that is? Like,
Yeah.
I like jerking off in front of people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God.
Yep, but
He's
hilarious.
yucky, but he is so good.
Yeah, worth it.
All right.
Not worth it.
We didn't
Okay.
need to-
Do you want me to get into WagOn?
Yeah, sure. Give me your WagOns.
So my first WagOn is John Rahm this week. Shot a 61 course record. Career low. It's cool.
Course record, so Finau also shot a course record? Oh, in a round. Sorry, in a round.
No. Course record at the course they're playing.
Right, but not like overall. Sorry.
Not
Keep
ever.
going. Yeah.
No, the lowest ever is 58, I think, Jim Furyk.
Nice.
The coolest is like that these guys just play these random courses, and one of the days they'll just play super well and just set the course record. Just
Mexico,
wherever they're
right?
going. Like John Rahm probably has 15 course records across the country,
That's
across
crazy.
the world.
I play well, and I'm like, hey, I shot under 100.
Yeah. No, John Rahm is just breaking course records on accident.
And he didn't win this weekend.
Yeah. It's cool.
I looked at that course. It looked super, super cool.
Yeah.
Mexico,
No, it is
right?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's great. He's been on. He has the most career. He has the most on-tour winnings ever, which kind of makes sense because like inflation.
Yeah,
But
Tiger
he
Woods. Tiger Woods.
broke Scotty and Tiger. So
Yeah.
last year.
Scotty Scheffler?
Scotty last year had the record.
Really?
Yeah,
I
but I
didn't
think
guess
it's just
that.
like an inflation thing.
Yeah.
You know, I can think there's a bigger pot every year. But
Yeah.
he just surpassed Scotty.
Isn't that crazy that Tiger's up there and he
won a while ago? Yeah,
he's worth over $1 billion and he's made like he's made like 10 million from golf.
Yeah, that's
From golf winnings, something like that.
something silly. It's more.
It's a lot more.
It's way more.
Yeah, it's a way
Ron
more.
won 14 this year.
Okay, it's way more, but like relative to $1 billion, it's not a lot.
It's like Jordan. I mean, similar, right?
Yeah. My other one is I have a couple. Whoever wins the Warriors-Lakers series.
Wagon.
Yeah, it's like if Steph Curry wins and like beats LeBron, then it's top 5 talk.
Same thing.
It's already starting, but like
Reverse though would be also
if LeBron shuts down the Warriors, it'd be like okay,
GOAT. Yeah.
he did it more than
How
once.
about Wagon NBA fans
Super
that we get to watch that?
awesome. WagOn NBA, they're gonna make
Yep.
a bunch of money.
Yep.
Also WagOn NBA, I guess. IT Isaiah Thomas just randomly came out and was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna retire. I'm 100% back." He says, "I feel as good as I have."
Hashtag that slow grind.
Which he does every year. Every year he just says this so people sign him, and he's been signed 10 times. It's a bunch of 10-day
A bunch of
contracts,
chances. Yeah.
and he's not back.
No.
But he said he's back.
Okay.
So you never know.
I'm
He's
in.
got that dog in him.
Bradley.
No.
Give him a contract.
And then my last one's just Alex Verdugo, just because I fucking love him.
Verdugo Red Sox.
He hit a
walk-off.
fucking nuke.
nuke.
It was a laser beam.
We gotta go to a game.
It hit some guy's hand. My friend texted me 20 minutes ago. I was like, "You want to go to Red Sox tonight?"
Same. Isn't that crazy?
Should we do it? Want to?
It's not out of the realm of question at all.
I have to be on the Cape tomorrow at like 8 a.m.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Something to think about.
So that Verdugo thing was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. WagOFFs.
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 Go
My
ahead.
first one is Will Levis.
Yeah.
Doesn't get much more WagOff than him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Bo Callahan from Draft Day. Worst movie of all time, by the way.
Great movie.
He just
Sick girlfriend.
Sick girlfriend, sick sisters, sick mom.
Yeah.
But just
Sick dad.
I didn't see his dad.
No, he's
but-
ill.
Oh.
He's
Anyway.
fallen ill.
Okay. This guy stinks. You know, like he was like, I'm going one. It would suck to go there and not get drafted.
Yeah.
And he just didn't get drafted.
I'll probably go 2 then.
Like, yeah, I'll probably go too.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm out on this guy. The sleeveless shirts, the biceps.
Yeah.
I'm
Which
out.
shout out Brian Branch. Went to draft day 2.
He did.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Was there.
That's a stutter there. So Will didn't show up for day 2?
No.
Oh, too embarrassed.
Yeah.
Loser.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Tennessee, where you're not. You're going to be a worse Ryan Tannehill. So I'm out on Will Levis.
Okay.
Have always been, by the way.
Yeah.
I was in on him for about 30 minutes.
I think he's
Thursday.
definitely got a lot of potential. And now that he's in that spot,
He's in a great situation.
it's way better than going 2nd overall.
Yeah.
So much less pressure. If he sucks, it's whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Second one is I'm gonna skip that one. Second one is Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, simply because I saw a TikTok by Sam Witwer, who is an actor who has been in some Star Wars stuff. I kind of forget, but he's a massive Star Wars guy. Big fan of Star Wars. I think he has a podcast. I just saw him on my free page.
Everyone has a podcast nowadays.
Oh, so
they're just
annoying.
giving these things out.
Not everyone needs a podcast. Okay.
I would never start a podcast.
I saw him on my free page, and he was just talking about how how like an alternate ending like for the new trilogy,
Okay.
and I'm like, wow, why didn't we get that?
It was way cooler.
Well, it was just like he was like, why is Luke Skywalker so angry? Like this is a dude who like laid down his lightsaber and like wouldn't kill his father.
Right.
Was just like a hero.
Yeah.
Like all that, and then he's just like a grumpy old guy.
That's true.
Like why? Like that's not the same dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I never thought about that.
Like he was like at the end of the original trilogy, he was like sacrificing himself. Like I won't fight anyone anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna
he didn't
save
want
Darth Vader.
but he didn't want more Jedis.
Right.
That's why he was kind of angry.
I guess, which is like, all right.
Yeah.
And no, but then it's like this is a guy who would kill his best friend and sister's son, or think about it, like when he was like over Kylo Ren.
Right.
Fucking no.
Yeah.
Like
also,
definitely
Ray,
not.
by the way, no means no.
Yeah. Fucking, he said no. Ray.
Yeah.
They're making and also going off that, they are making a Ray trilogy.
Oh, yeah. Trash. A whole trilogy?
It's definitely a movie. It might be a trilogy. I thought it was a trilogy. Yeah, definitely a movie.
There's too many movies.
Yes, correct. Garbage. Mostly garbage. Those are my WagOffs.
Okay. I got...
Also Bud Light. Our sponsor. For this
and
video.
Chad.
And Chad.
The country.
Yes.
My WagOffs are the Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay, yep. Garbage.
Garbage, but also last week I said that the worst trade in NBA history was the Rudy Gobert one. Already overdone by the Jay Crowder trade.
I mean, what did he give up for him?
5 second-round picks.
A bunch of picks.
And he didn't play.
No.
In, I think, 4 out of 5 games. Did not play. And he was like, I don't know my role here. And I think he's a free agent.
Right.
So,
thought that would have been...
terrible trade. Terrible trade.
Yeah.
The Rudy Gobert trade's still bad, but like he's still playing good minutes.
Yeah.
5 seconds, while they may not be valuable in the NBA, it's 5 draft picks.
Totally.
For a guy that hasn't played.
It's 5 Nikola Jokic's.
Yeah.
So, jeez.
Brooks Koepka, I'm just going to keep in the golf realm. He's on the WagOffs list.
Okay.
Because his brother Chase has won back-to-back events on the LIV Tour.
Really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
who's the better brother?
And the Range Goats
Yeah.
won it all or something. I saw LIV Tour as a WagOff. Like,
You hate the LIV Tour.
Yeah, but I'm not like super opposed to liking them. Like I'm willing to like them.
Okay.
But it's just because of what they are. Like I'm looking at their Instagram the other day, and it's like the championship is the equivalent of like the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why does this picture look so lame? Like, what? Is
No,
something
it
wrong
could
with this
be-
picture? It's
it-
because there's no fucking fans in the picture. It's just green grass behind them.
Yeah.
There's no one there.
Yeah, but that happens at some PGA Tour events.
Yeah, but like not like I mean, this was like no one. I couldn't see anyone. I'm like,
Yeah.
and by the way, some PGA Tour events, yes, this is the equivalent of the FedEx Cup playoffs, right? Like this was the playoffs for them.
Yeah.
Like the Range Goats won. It's like, I just hate that these great players are just not the fan thing. Like I need this to matter. That's all.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's tough to make something matter like that or the XFL in an expansion.
And I've been a fan of what the XFL's been doing. DC Defenders, WagOn. They're going to the XFL championship.
Fuck yeah.
And
Okay,
after-
I got 2 more. I got the quick one. The Yankees. The Red Sox beat the Guardians yesterday.
Yes.
Guardians and moved out of last place in the AL East 2, which is now the title is held by the Yankees, who I thought were supposed to be really good at baseball.
Me too.
Every time.
Every time. Garbage.
Yeah,
Huh?
Yankees last in the AL East.
Yankees stink.
Yeah, still over 500. So Wagon AL East.
Yep.
And my last one, which we could have talked about with the Patriots stuff, just about how they fucked over the Jets. The
Yes,
Jets are a
I forgot about
WagOff.
this.
Yeah. So the
Broderick Jones.
Project Jones was like who the Jets were going to take,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up taking Will McDonald.
The fourth.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the farmer.
Yeah. Literally
His dad's old.
Okay.
Old McDonald.
Right.
And
Obviously.
yeah,
Got it. Noted.
yeah. And then so they took some random edge rusher who seems like he'll probably be nasty.
Maybe.
Yeah, but anyway, like it was just awesome how they not only traded
Yeah.
back and got a good corner, but they fucked over the Jets
It was
at
like-
the same time.
Yeah, it was like, great, okay, the Patriots aren't going to take Broderick Jones, so we'll take him. Just kidding. We're just actually going to give the pick to the Steelers, who will take Broderick
Who will
Jones,
take him
so
for
fuck
sure?
you.
Yeah, and I bet Bill was on the phone like, listen, you can have this pick as long as you draft Project Jones.
Yep, probably.
If not, we're not going to give it to you.
Yep.
But if you take it,
Draft Broderick Jones.
you're getting Project Jones.
Yep. So, thanks, Bill.
Yeah. So I thought that was just fucking awesome to
That
see.
was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All right.
That's it.
That's the show.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
Monday, May 1st.
Have a great week. Have a great May.
Have a great year.
Yeah, we'll probably see you before then. But
We'll
maybe
probably
not.
see it. Things are going to start picking up soon.
Yep.
I got like 2 weeks left of class,
Nice. I'm done after this week.
which is crazy.
Crazy.
And then I'm been stressing a lot. I got to start figuring out what I'm doing.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah. So, hey, we'll be there. Thanks for joining us.
Ciao.